So I did take the truck in this morning to get the heat worked on, and in doing so, found out there's actually I need a new radiator, which wasn't replaced that long ago. So again, back to that old mechanic. Plus my transmission, again, done by the old mechanic. So anything right now that the old mechanic has done, I'm getting checked. I just can't trust them now. Too many failures on their supposed quality work, and I can't have that. Not when I'm traveling out in the backwoods and all this other stuff. I mean, I couldn't get the things flushed because they may as well do it at the same time. It defeats the purpose. So I need a new radiator. I need a new thermostat. These are all things that were replaced and not that long ago by the other mechanic. And then transmission, there's an issue there too. There's a leak, so it could be just a gasket. But again, this is all stuff that was done by that mechanic. So, you know, I don't recommend them. I went to them for years because they stood behind their work. But the problem is when I took it the last time and they fixed it, and when I got it out, it wasn't any different. It tells me it just sat there. They didn't do a single thing under warranty. So, you know, you guys mess up, fix it. So I will not be going back there, and I do not recommend anybody else to go there. I've sent 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably about 6 people there. So I've notified them, telling them not to go there as well. Because I can't trust their work. I can't sit there and say, you know what, I recommend somebody when I don't. Today I got to take the truck in to finally get the heat fixed that the other mechanic messed up on. I got many other words I could use, but it seems to be that they have no clue how to do their job. So I've actually taken it to the dealership to get my heater core flushed, or the system flushed, and then back flush the heater core to get all that gunk out of there. The one thing I need to check is to see if the heater core they put in is an OCM part or an aftermarket part. If it's an aftermarket part, that's going to be the issue. So first thing, flush. Second thing, we're going to find out. So let's get going. So I'm taking my truck in today to get the heater core fixed. I've got no heat. I have to keep air on in order to keep stuff from or the windows from fogging up. So it's cold air. So I need to go get the heater fixed, and yeah. There's my truck. Yes, I can leave. Now let's see if I can actually get out. Okay. I got heat. Not very hot yet. I'm not running, so we'll see. Cost me a bit less than I was expecting, so that's a good thing. But this is all caused due to a mechanic that had no clue what they're doing. So there's 2 items that it might still be if this does not work. One of those is the heater core itself. They put in a generic one instead of the OCM, or it could be the evap core. So I've got to look into that too, but let's see how the heat goes on this. I've got heat, yes. So I just left the dealership and I've had it going. I've got heat. I don't have to wear my heated vest. I don't have to wear my jacket. Like, this is absolute nuts that I've had to go through all this because my other mechanic, which I will never go to again, didn't know how to do their job. Again, I've always told you, I plan on keeping it real. I raved about these guys before. Yeah, I had issues, but you know what? They stood up, they valued their warranty, and so on. Well, these guys didn't value their warranty in the end. When I'm told, oh, we won't charge you this time. Really? It's under warranty, guys. No, you're not going to charge me. It's under warranty. Like, give me a freaking break. So, I don't recommend them. I did complain to Better Business Bureau, and they never defended themselves, which is sad, that a company wouldn't defend themselves like that. And they'll be getting the bill for this. Definitely. Doesn't mean they'll pay for it, but if they don't, I will send it to collections. So I'm not playing games. I shouldn't have to pay for something 2 or 3, 4 times. Unfortunately, I did have to replace the radiator as well. So let's take a look. Ooh, nice and pretty. There was a leak in there. They wouldn't let me film, so unfortunately I couldn't film the process that I do. Like to, you know, keep people updated and informed. So the radiator was replaced, did complete fluid exchange to the cooling system, which I wanted done anyway, to be flushed, a chemical flush, and then a back flush the heater core. And then they replaced the thermostat, and it actually came in a little bit cheaper than I expected, which is good. It's hard when you're trying to test it out, and you've got the heat going, and it's too hot. But I want to test this thing. I have it to the max. I can open my window and get some air in, but I want to make sure that my heater is working and it's going to last. After, you know, 3 or 4 warranty issues on it, getting it done right is important. And they've already checked up and asked me how it's going. I said, so far so good. So she's like, well, keep us updated. It's cold. It's -7 this morning. I'm just turning the heat on in here. But I gotta work on the truck, and the truck doesn't fit in the garage, unfortunately, so it's kind of outside. So I just turned the heat on, so I try to keep some things warm. But I'm going to be adding a USB port or charger to my truck. Now I had one, but it busted, so I'm adding a new one. This is a dual charger, as you can see. And what I'm doing it for is I'm going to be adding, or I have, but I'm going to wire this in. So I've got a cord here, which I'm gonna cut the end off, wire it into the back of this so that when it's on the dash, all you gotta do is just plug it in on one end instead of plugging it in on 2 ends. A lot easier for our adventures. Just trying to streamline things a little bit. So that's what I'm doing today. So let's get to it. Oh, cold. Is I've got an on-off power switch here, so I can turn it on and off, this whole thing. So I'm going to actually strip this back a little, and then I'm going to cut these off, and I'm going to rewire these so that this cable, which is right here, is actually powered in through the back as well. So let's try it. Let's see what happens here. it up. This works. And it's on a power button. I think I'm blowing a fuse. Let's check. Ignition. I think this is ignition, if I remember right. Yep. 2 amp power. Okay. Wow. Okay. Let's do 3. We've got 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, and 5s. And I got a 3 in the truck. I blew a fuse, a 2 amp fuse. I don't have 2 amp fuses, and it's for my starter. Start the truck, I should say. So I'm gonna run down and grab a 2 amp fuse. It's cold. But anyway, I just got the fuse that I needed from Canadian Tire. Let's get that thing changed and then get back to trying to figure this thing out. Trying to do is I added this, so it's simple. I just hit my power button right here. It powers this up. But what I want to do is I want to permanently wire this.